Various inmates have come out to complain that they have experienced food poisoning after eating contaminated foods. On most occasions, the private food service serves moldy cooked animal flesh entitled mystery meat. This scandalous food service serves borderline rotten meals at medical health facilities in Sonoma County, as well as St. Joseph Memorial Health.
Yuck!
Anyway, at the county jail, all inmates are allowed to keep what deputies call finger food in their cells. All inmates were given borderline rotten meals, with a history of those delicious cakes turned upside down in the trays, to show disrespect from the facility. The safety cells provides unconventional meals, that is not offered in regular cells. The meaning of this is unknown. Also, some deputies torture famished inmates, by programming food channels on the unit's television. I hate when they do that, an inmate hesitated. Way back in 2014, when it was lunch, I have performed an experiment in my cell, with a banana and an apple. I let them sit out overnight. The next day, they were rotten. Fresh fruit should not rot overnight. In spite of the fact that in summer 2018, I felt outraged, when I received outdated carrots in a sandwich, with at least 3 ounces of oily peanut butter, without jelly. This is mostly what inmates eat every day. I came to the conclusion that deputies allow borderline rotten food to be served 3 times a day, although it should be banned, by the health board. Based on the media reports, regarding to a concern of gas leakages, in the MH unit of the Sonoma's main jail, inmates are not supposed to be cooking meals, at this facility. It is rumored that the NCDF, the Honor Farm, has been preparing meals, for their housed inmates, as well as the main jail, in Sonoma County. I remember confessing to the media that I examined my tray and had a rotten orange, with soggy cookies for lunch and a green moldy wiener dog for dinner. These days, it seems like the private food service still serves the same food that I have never reported to the media, but does not serve the food I have mentioned, in a report, from my last inspection of 2014. Ooh. They want to challenge the media. Things have dramatically gotten worse, in 2018. In the kitchen of the Sonoma County Jail, there have been numerous flagrant violations of sanitation and bad produce that the inmates eat, throughout history. The supervisory staff is indeed picky to throw away the expired food, leaving behind borderline rotten food. A serious 2019 complaint against the supervisory staff, in the Sonoma's main jail's kitchen, about food poisonings, reveals the reason why some inmates are experiencing induced symptoms from involuntary drug intoxication. These inmates must come forward, to a local human rights advocate, to explain their story of any severe case of a medication violation, in the jail. Just like any other summer of July 2019, an inmate that deputies say, who were trying to restore his competency, died in his cell by allegations of eating a milk carton, entitled, Producers. Deputies also alleged that the inmate smothered himself with a sandwich, which caused him to die in his cell. They did not mention, he was choking to death. The conclusion for this argument indicated that this inmate was poisoned, by the supervisory staff, in the kitchen of the Sonoma County Jail, after he ate his sandwich. It seems to me, that the county sheriffs had never told the press that this inmate died. However, anonymous hacktivists have found the saddened news that makes journalists aware that this inmate death was in fact a secret or forgotten from the county jail's memorial database. Exposing this, should not leave the deceased inmate forgotten, by our media. Here's a similar case, following the same year of this incident, revealed by another victim from the county jail. The story of one inmate was ignored, by several Sonoma County Jail deputies, who think they are professional actors from forensic files. It was reported that he told officers that there were traces of a syringe mark, on the outside and inside of his boiled egg, during breakfast. After this allegation surfaced to our investigative journalism, the supervisory staff found a way of manipulation, to hide any evidences of food intoxication, witnessed from the victim. I would say, throughout this county jail's history, it is sure nice to have 2 hard-boiled eggs, in a long sock, while flicking the beans, every single night, after dinner. The assistant sheriff in Sonoma County states that they take pride in the cleanliness in the kitchen and meeting regulations every year. Very importantly, he also manipulates anyone to find the jail unsanitary, by cleaning it only when inspected. All inmates must make their beds, before the inspection and keep it filthy after. To an extent, I have busted the showers filthy, filled with piles of dirty uniforms and over 30 used soaps scattered throughout the showers, causing inmates to get athlete's feet. Most of the time, it is very tough for other inspectors to examine these reports, due to the secret nature of the Sonoma County Jail. The assistant sheriff declines reporters to enter the jail grounds. Our media were anonymously granted access to the facility, without permission, to photograph and to investigate further into the neglect and abuse.